Nope, that's not a cave. Yeah, there's just loot everywhere. It's so hard to see it all, and it's very easy to miss. Let giant friend kill it. I honestly didn't realize that that was the giant area until it was too late. I should have, though. Hi. I've got to find that cave. Gotta find it. It's not an illusory wall, is it? I didn't think so. See, now we're back at the door. I still haven't put out one of the I haven't put out / lit one of the torches yet. Well, there is a thing to get over there. Okay, that's the one where he pulls it out of the ground like an asshole. There, okay. Getting better. Just needed some practice against these big guys, but seems like we got it under control now. There's also a place you can get out of bounds very easily here. Hello, my creepy frog friends. These things can instant kill you with the curse. They have no normal attack, though, so you can use that to your advantage. So just be really aggressive with them and avoid the cloud. There's the cave. I feel like this would be a Dark Souls 2 type area where you take the fires from one place and light them someplace else. Yeah, does sound about right. So this is where I think Yellowfinger typically invades you, is when you kind of come into this area. That's like the Dusk set, and then you get the Dusk Crown from that other spot. So I think now we've actually gotten everything from this zone. We've picked up most everything I think that there is to get. Let me just backtrack a tiny bit. Nah, no. Let's just make our way back. So again, oh, okay, this is the last one, actually. You can tell which ones you need because they're still on fire. Good, good, good. Now, we can use an advantage point to see if there's any loot we haven't gotten, but I think we've been pretty thorough. We also have 41,000 souls, which is pretty good. One of these flippin' assholes that likes to jump around like a piece of shit. Stop it. Those two pieces of loot way up there we can't get till later, but there is, it looks like, something down here that we can get. Or is that just a reflection? No, that's loot. Totally worth it, right? Okay, I'm gonna go put out the last fire, but then before we fight Abyss Watchers, there's a few things we can do up near the Old Wolf that are actually pretty fun and not garbage like this. And then I'll go check out to see if the Blessed Weapon would be any good and continue to put some points into faith and maybe get some miracles, finally. You know what? No, I was gonna say I'm just gonna skip this one, but I can't bring myself to do it. So we can add Elder Gru to the list of enemies that have actually killed me in this game. Oh, wait, no. Did we die to the... No, yeah, we died to an Elder Gru and we died to a Darkwraith. I'm not ashamed of that. It's all been in flippin' Farron. But for the most part, I'd say we've been pretty successful and thorough through this playthrough. Maybe a little too thorough in this area, because frankly it sucks and I've spent too much time here. Let's just avoid them. This is absurd. This is absurd. Loot! This is the one direction we haven't gone, but that's because there really isn't much over here except those basilisks. This is where we would have looped around to those basilisks. Iron flesh. That actually is pretty good. Yola's dead? Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. We got enough hollowing just from PvPing. We don't have to worry about that anymore. Alrighty. Well, let's go to the Old Wolf of Farron. What a treat. We haven't been summoned in for Blue Sentinels for a while. Okay. So now we'll take the elevator up. Get poise, except it's useless. Yep, you're absolutely right. It is unfortunately useless. So we're about to find an old friend up here. Good old Asylum Demon slash Stray Demon slash Demon Fire Sage. But I talked about the demons in the last stream about how it's... I think it's cool how the demons also are fading in power as the first flame goes out. Because as the first flame goes out, so does the Chaos Flame. So they're becoming increasingly desperate also. We don't really know much about the demons. Like, they seem like big bad guys, right? But, god damn it. But we don't actually know. I mean, I don't think it's supposed to be like Demon Souls. Oh, stunned. I think he's... Riposte him! No! No! Oh, I never knew this happened. His legs... Oh my god. I was so fascinated with what was happening. I never knew that that happened. That's so cool. His legs just like disintegrate into ash. And actually, all the demons, once you get them below a certain HP, do something strange like that. You remember the one that knocked us off the cliff? He, like, builds up all of his energy and explodes, and then is just gray and can't do anything after that. What sword am I getting next? I probably plan on using Irithyll a little bit, depending on the boss and such, but, I mean, this weapon is very versatile through the whole game, so this will probably be my core situation. I mean, I've already played the game like this, though. I think the difference here is I'm going to make it more of a faith-focused build and probably infuse lightning instead. All right. Well, he's a little more dangerous than he was in the Asylum. And I don't think getting behind him actually helps very much. He's not a boss. I wish they would have just made him a boss, gave him his own health bar, but it's sort of a nice little... It's just a neat little... There are a bunch of demons in this game, actually, that... There he goes. Yeah, he's not repostable. I was just kind of curious what he does when he's like this. Never mind, we got the riposte. That's neat. I never knew that he just fell like that. See, he even drops his own soul, which you can use to get a boss weapon. But none of the demons except the old Demon King are like bosses, which is interesting because they function like bosses and they drop souls. The other thing that I found interesting when I was checking this out, if you check the Stray Demon's soul, it says, now lacking even a trace of flame, was once the gatekeeper of Lothric. Like, is the implication that Lothric, like when the kingdom of Lothric was not falling apart, there was just a demon, and they're like, hey buddy, just stay out here and make sure everything goes accordingly. I don't know. Okay, so let's go to a bit of a secret spot. The demons are made of stone and flesh. No, they're not made of stone. It just looks like they're disintegrating because the first flame / chaos flame is going out. And it's sort of just reflective of the world as a whole. Get back here, you little piece of shit. Okay. Oh, there's Lightning Spear. That's fantastic. I would love to start using that. Let's see which big dead dragon. Oh, Blue Sentinel time. I was gonna say, let's see what our best chime is. I don't know. I just had a huge brain fart right there. Oh, cool. All right. It looks actually like the Red Phantom killed the host as I was spawning in. That's why there was a connection error. Womp, 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 womp. Fun fact, you can get Havel's armor up here eventually. This game is strange. As you find NPCs and kill them, sometimes then you have to then go back to a random spot. This is kind of a trap, but I'm going to go for it. I missed it. Let's kill these guys, and I'll reload the game and get that crystal lizard. Look out, it's the undead Prince of Thieves! I'll add in 3 straight to VHS. I think that's it. Okay, let's respawn the crystal lizard. You think the DS1 Stray Demon is probably the most dangerous version of the Asylum Stray Fire Sage? Mostly because of what level you're at when you get to it? That depends, because people would get there at different levels. I would suggest going there early so you could get the ring before you go to Blighttown, but realistically, you can go there anytime. And it's interesting to think, like, when you really think about it, that area is extremely, secret. Like, to jump off the elevator and then roll onto a pillar to get up to an area that you can barely see is actually sort of crazy to me. So it's pretty cool. I mean, obviously, it's not surprising that someone found it, but to think, I wonder how long the game was out before anyone did find it. I think that's neat. There's one pilgrim here. Almost made it where you needed to go, buddy. Also, we have enough large titanite we can upgrade our sword again. Again, that's going to outlevel us for PvP even more, but I don't really mind. I think I'm done with PvP leveling at this point in the game, just considering how shitty it was when I was doing it earlier for like an hour and a half. But again, I'm not spec'd for PvP, so what did I expect was going to happen? Of course I got absolutely smoked. Alright. So we've done everything up here. We can go and fight the Abyss Watchers now, and like I said, we're going to go back to Firelink first. Let's just do this.
What?
Okay. We like sort of min-maxed our way into
Pretty be
a
careful.
+5 sword before we've even made it past Abyss Watchers, which is pretty incredible if you ask me. What do we need to do before Abyss Watchers? Is there anything? Any NPCs that are kind of left out in the cold that we have to talk to, otherwise they disappear before Abyss Watchers? I don't think so. We finished Yoel's stuff. This guy, I don't think.
Gaining admission.
No, he just wants us to gain admission, etc., etc. Let's just level up.
Very well. Let these souls withdrawn from their vessels, manifestations of disparity.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is probably a mistake, putting so much into Faith early, but that's fine. I want to go check and see if we get any sort of decent benefit from Blessed Gem instead of Fire Gem.
Wasn't he?
Oh, we can give him the coal to do it.
Well, well. What's the Undead Legion doing with a coal such as this? I'd heard one of the Crystal Sages had sided with Farron's Abyss Watchers. I suppose it must be true. You should know, this coal is imbued with magic. First one I've ever seen. Hardly a surprise, is it? I've never been one for books or wise men.
I just realized above when Keith said no death run, you gotta start over. Okay, so if we were to infuse this with Blessed, it doesn't even add lightning. I thought this would add lightning. It adds nothing. That's terrible. So we've been putting points into Faith for virtually nothing. God damn it. God damn it. I genuinely thought that this... Wow, that's extremely disappointing. Because, look... The Simple Gem adds magic damage and removes other scaling. The Fire Gem adds fire damage but removes other scaling. Why doesn't Lightning... the Deep Gem adds dark damage but removes other scaling. Why doesn't Lightning have an equivalent? I thought that was blessed. God damn it. Alright, well, I guess we're sticking with fire. And then... Oh, that's what we gotta do. We gotta give the scroll to this fellow.
Back again, I see.
Otherwise, he'll disappear.
I suppose this means you're after sorceries. Oh my. This is stupendous. And the Undead Legion of Farron possesses sorceries quite unknown. Thank you for upholding your end of the bargain. I doubt I ever would have made this discovery alone. Now, let us unravel the thing, so you may put these new sorceries to use. Oh my. Well, this is very unusual. It's from Ulasil, an ancient land of golden sorceries. Not even the Dragon School possesses such a long-lost scroll. What would the Xanthus scholars say with their ridiculous headwear? They would simply slaver over this find.
Yeah, I know Lightning Gem gives the Faith scaling. That's why I'm leveling Faith. Yeah, and you gotta hit the other coal from the giant from Anor Londo. Man, we're so far away from that. Ah! Alright, well, we're sticking with fire for now. We're sticking with fire, that's fine. I'll put some points into intelligence and just level both, I guess. We don't need this anymore. We're going up against the Abyss Watchers soon, so let's put on the Flamestone Plate Ring. Let's also look at Lightning Spear. 20 Faith. We're one away, aren't we?
Welcome home.
Yeah, let's definitely get Lightning Spear. We need about 2,500 souls. It's more than we needed, that's fine.
Welcome.
We can also give her her Firekeeper soul. We'll do that here in a hot second. Okay, 20 faith. Now we can use... So disappointed. Now we can use lightning spear. And I guess I'm going to start leveling intelligence on top of this to at least increase our fire damage. Actually, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to be leveling vigor and endurance to 20 each. Then I'm probably going to get attunement to 14 for a second attunement slot. Then just intelligence to go 20 in faith, and then up to 30 in faith. That's the goal.
Ashen One, this is much like what lies within me. Then let it find its own place within my bosom. She will understand. We are both firekeepers after all.
Okay, so now if you want...
Forgive me, may the flames guide thy way.
You can heal the Dark Sigils. It's really expensive, but it removes this hollowing stat. I don't know why you'd ever want to do that other than you'll look human again. Because currently we look all weird because we're hollowing. See, we're wasting away. But I don't really care, especially most people, if you're wearing a helmet, it doesn't really matter what you look like. Okay, so... I don't really mind the whole situation with the lightning. For a couple reasons. Because, number one, we at least can use lightning spear. Number two, faith does contribute to fire damage, so I'm fine either way. I can always respec later to go pure, like, Dex Faith. But as we're leveling, I'll just stick with the Int Faith Pyro builds for now. Okay, and we want to pick a chime. Which chime would work the best? Probably the one that buffs spells the most. So probably the Saint's Talisman. And it scales the best with Faith. I don't know. Sure.
Pretty be careful.
That's fine. Okay, so now I haven't done my research on my talismans, so I don't actually know which one would realistically be better or not. Alrighty. Haha! Get zapped. Just got freed scythe in my game, Jay. You still thinking on using it? Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'd like to. That would be a good Dex Int build. That would be fun. Wait, Faith can scale fire? Faith and Int together scale fire. It's typically the lowest of the two. So you have to level them both in tandem if you want your fire or... fire and dark both work that way. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Let's get going! It's been so long since we've made progress and actually fought any boss. Last boss we fought was flippin' Deacons. Couple different ways to go here. Ah, shit. I thought I could go around and get that guy. Uh-oh. Whew! Barely dodged that. Don't poison me, bro. Don't squeal at me. Andre hammers Titanite into cloth talisman. There we go. There's a pretty cool section coming up here too with some Darkwraiths. It's a neat little thing in the game. I wish they did more of it. It's so interesting. Thanks for the streaming. Good luck on the Abyss Watchers. Thanks. We're about to fight them. Maybe 5 minutes or so. Just got this small little area to clear out first. I don't think you can drop down here and get anything. Actually, I think you can. Doesn't look like there's anything down there, so I'm not gonna... Oh, we're missing it. So when you walk up here, there are Darkwraiths that are just, like, casually walking up towards the Abyss Watcher's boss, and they just beat the shit out of everything along the way. It's incredible. Let's see if we can take them out individually. Fighting 2 Darkwraiths is not something I want to do at this level, at least. Okay, always avoid a backstab because they start channeling their fucking life drain. Where's your friend, buddy? He ain't here to help you. Wow. There we go. Ember. Titanite shard. Oh, they killed him. Good work, Grooze. Ah! That's what I think every time I'm gonna fire a lightning spear. Just, ah! The only problem is my talisman isn't very leveled up, so it's not like it's gonna be doing a huge amount of damage or anything. Nothing spectacular. There's a bunch of guys you can summon in. If you summon in Blackhand Goddard, which I'm gonna do, he gives you a gesture, and then I'll just send him home. The Deacon's fight was a spectacle of a different kind of norm. It's plenty entertaining in its own right, watching you kill the entire Vatican. Thanks, buddy. All right. Buy your sword, you can go home. I want to see more games Dark Souls style, just good combat, exploration, customization, RPG with really curated areas. I agree. Apparently these guys have like 1 billion stamina. They can swing 17 times with a spear. I mean, the combat in this game, the mechanics are fair, but I don't think you can argue against the fact that the enemies do not have to follow the same rules that you do. In the first game, it felt like they did. In this game, and two especially, but this game a little less so, but not as little as 1. It feels like the enemies have their own rule set that they get to follow, while you are stuck. Okay, so we're gonna go this way real quick. Open a shortcut, get some items, then we'll warp back to this bonfire and go fight Abyss Watchers. Oh, I didn't realize War in the North was an RPG. I actually thought it was an RTS. Shows how much I know. Got another crystal lizard. Big crystal lizard. I don't think these things do frost damage. Wow, look at that. I teleported. Talk about me not having to follow the rules of the enemies. I guess I also can do weird teleportation things. Gray Magic Weapon would be okay if we had been leveling up Faith, but we haven't been. Yeah, so there's the Black Knight way back in Road of Sacrifices, the one that we already killed. So we just opened a shortcut that we'll never use. I think From Software was like, man, we had a lot of cool shortcuts. People liked our shortcuts from the first game. So there's a lot of shortcuts in this game where they put in where they're there, but no one would ever use them. But it's just sort of like, look at our cool shortcuts. And everyone's like, we don't care because we're not using them. In Bloodborne, you're incentivized to be constantly attacking. Yeah, because you can get HP back, right? Alrighty. I guess we can watch those Darkwraiths wreak havoc. Nothing to see here, boys. And I don't think there's really anything else like this in the game. It's just like a really casual encounter as these guys just walk up and beat the shit out of all the Grues. And again, as long as we engage them separately... Hello, sir. I can also just run by all this stuff at this point, but... Nothing like wasting Estus on trash mobs on the way to the boss that you otherwise could just completely ignore. Wow. There we go. Hail Tongue. Well, Dark Sword. Dark Sword apparently is good. I've never used it, but apparently it's a great sword. Get him, Gru! Oh, he didn't. I'll finish him up. There you go. Thanks for the help. I did all the work. Alright, it's Abyss Watchers time. Hopefully I haven't forgotten anything NPC related. Why is your collar so high? So this boss can be backstabbed. I don't know if I ever will. Oh god. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever do it, but... Okay. Now there are two of them. So I'm just gonna roll around like a madman for now. Okay, I'll give you that one, buddy. Okay, I think the bell ringing signals another one soon. Or maybe not. Yeah, no, there it is. So the first two help each other. They're all hostile to you, by the way, but they do start killing each other. Woo! Just play it cool here. Just gonna let the other ones kill each other. I think more and more spawn over time. They have a lot of combos, so I just don't think it's worth trying to sneak in hits when you could just wait. There we go. Okay, phase 2. One thing I like about the Abyss Watchers is that it's like they're basically like Artorias wannabes, right? Which I almost feel like is making fun of all the people that wear Artorias' armor in the first game. Like everybody, when Artorias of the Abyss came out, everyone was like, I'm gonna be Artorias. Everybody. And that's why there's like this giant group here of enemies that do it. Ooh, good follow-up there, buddy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh. Cute actions. See, good shield always does you well. I think we got him here, folks. I think we got him. Not to get cocky, but soul of the blood of the wolf. Yeah, so the whole idea of Abyss Watchers is they're following in Artorias' footsteps. If they see any sign of the Abyss, they go and just annihilate everything. But again, there's sort of a meta aspect to it where everybody wore Artorias' armor in Dark Souls back when it was released. Bonfire lit! Okay, well, I didn't use Lightning Spear. Old habits die hard, I guess. I'm just not really used to using spells in this game. Let's go back to Firelink and see what there is to do. I don't actually know what we've unlocked by finishing this.
Welcome, host. Very well, that take no.
But I do think this is going to be a good spot to stop today. Okay, let's get some endurance.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Okay. Oh, here he is. I'm waiting for this guy to show up.
Ah, I know you. Been some time. I just dropped in to see how she's getting on. Now, what are you playing at with this circus? This cesspool of doddering old folk and degenerates? Couldn't be better. She must fit in perfectly here. This place could...
I really enjoy this guy in general. Now, remember I talked about how you can corrupt her if you give her the Braille tomes of like dark magic and dark miracles? If you do that, then he becomes hostile and you have to fight him. I mean, you don't have to, but you can. And then you can get his gear and you can cosplay or roleplay as Garl Vinland. Wahoo! But, yeah, you know it's Garl Vinland just based on the giant hammer that he has. It's so cool. That's one of the best parts of Demon Souls, I think, is made in Estrella. Okay, that's going to be it for today. Thanks, everyone, for watching. I hope you have a good weekend. But it's been almost 5 hours, so I think I'm going to call it quits right now.